What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. This is your boy, the historian. Go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button for us. We got a hot one for you real quick because we got a show tonight, but I'm going to do a little something quick for you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. We'll be right back.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
I don't have to say it. We've been talking about this all day. Y'all got to go ahead and give Terry Fontenot his flowers. See, I'm about to knock my hat off. I'm all in, baby. I'm all excited today because we finally have a backmate for Jesse Bates. Bankhead Bates, you pretty much got Southside Simmons in the building. You heard it first, baby. Nah, you know what? I'm going to call him SWAT Dog Simmons, baby. Shout out to my old neighborhood of the SWATs of Atlanta, Georgia. We got one. The SWATs, baby. SWAT Simmons. That's what I'm calling him. We have officially signed Justin Simmons to this back end. Let's go, man. This is one of the best days and the best 24 hours that you can talk about. Shout out to Terry Fontenot, man. You might as well call this man pretty much a genius. Not just a genius, he's one of the best in the business. This man is Houdini. This man literally committed highway robbery without a gun. You get one of the best pass rushers in the league, and you get his running mate. Dog, it's what it is. Adam Schefter has reported it. Myles Garrett has reported it on Twitter. I'm going to bring it up for you guys real quick because a lot of folks aren't really paying attention to it, but it's here. This is no fake. And Torrey McElhenney just reported it. So look, I'm going to go ahead and pull up this right here and share this screen with you because all I'm going to say is this. We getting ready to get to it, baby. We getting ready to get to it. Ain't nothing but to do it. This is all it is at this point. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, as you can see, as Miss Torrey McElhenney reports here for you, Justin Simmons is an Atlanta Falcon officially, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put that up for you. And honestly, this is in God's plan, baby. It's time. It is time. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. It's just time for the Falcons now to be in a situation to where, hey, it's our time now. Why not? Why not? We've been the laughing joke of the NFL for years, since 1966. And let's call it for what it is, dog. We are in a spot where we can do some things. Do something before 2 something. Guess what? It's 4 o'clock now. This came in before 5 o'clock. So hold up real quick. I'm I'm trying not to lose it, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to get that out. Richie Grant, you might as well and go ahead and become a special teams player and get down into the box if we're gonna use you as a second player, second string player, because hands down, Mr. King that we had last week pretty much showed his butt. So we got a battle for that. We got a battle for that nickel spot now. So again, this secondary is already good. We have depth now, and we have two experienced ball hawks. When you talk about Justin Simmons, you talk about Jesse Bankhead Bates. You got the SWAT dog in the back, and you got Bankhead Bates right next to him. This is one of the biggest beautiful things that we've seen in Falcons history when you talk about an offseason. And yeah, I said it, SWAT dog. I'm the first one to call him that. I coined it on the Birdcage LLC, ladies and gentlemen. So when you hear that terminology, go ahead and tell them that your boy, the historian, go ahead and dropped it for you. And we got Bankhead Bates is what we did. So we're in this position where we can do a little something, man. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing at this point. All I can tell you is it's on now. We have shored up the defense. We have shored up the defense. And now, what can you say? You just signed two Pro Bowl players. Literally, two Pro Bowl players you just signed. I had to take my hat to the back. I get in my I got to go ahead and get in my left eye mode. She say, turn your hat to the back. I'm turning it to the back right now. Real talk. We're in a spot now where all we have to do now, stay healthy, get these guys to be on one accord, and just win. Just win. It ain't hard. It's not hard at all. The question is this. There are so many people that have been talking about Richie Grant. I got a question for you. What are you gonna do? Because we've had some people to come in here, some even people that's actually in my crew that have talked about it. We got to figure out a way. What can we get for Richie Grant? But we already know that Taylor Heineke is pretty much already being shopped around, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We got a lot more to come on the show tonight, but for the most part, what I'm doing right now for everyone, I'm getting ready to send this link in here. And if you guys want to come in and talk about it, you got all I'm going to give you a platform to talk about it, because I know I'm going to talk a little bit later tonight, and I'm always running my mouth, but this is a hell of a steal. Hey man, we don't call him Southside Simmons, dog. That's SWAT dog Simmons, bro. That's what we call him. That's SWAT dog Simmons, baby. So it's a beautiful thing. We got to welcome the guy, Mr. FMLO. Let's get you to turn on your camera for me. Mr. William Navy into the building. So, Will, how you feeling now? We got him now. I told you to sit back and be patient, and you was having a fit yesterday.
Hey man, God must have answered our prayers, man. I want to shout out to God, and He's amazing.
Hold on, wait a minute, wait a
because,
minute. You shouting out God like you just won the damn Source Awards, boy.
hey man, but it's a blessing in disguise though, man. Because I really felt that when Helmets went down and Terry Falcon was already making his moves, he was like, we got to get us another safety. And I know when the Voodoo Saints had down pass from Justin Simmons, I already knew. I said, if he land the Falcons, it's over with. You send me a text message on Messenger, you like you talking with AJ Terrell, Grady Jarrett, and Bates. I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Remember I told you, I said, calm down. I said, everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. We here, baby. We
Yes,
here.
sir. Hey, I
Now
think
it's what's going on, Richie?
if we stay healthy, man, the sky's the limit, man. It's just that's what I'm with. I don't want to see none of our starters out there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. For anymore, I'm begging you, do not play your starters out there. Let Michael Penix get one play and that's it. And let Richie Grant and I feel like, and one more thing, I feel like Richie Grant, he need to earn that third safety spot because nothing's given to you. Like how Matt Ryan came in, He was letting everybody know somebody gonna take a job. So
Well,
I
we
need
said
all the
Kevin.
other safety step up. Lorenzo Carter, because we had too many plays that they weren't containing. Like Aaron, what's his name? Kyle Murray escape out the pocket, not wrapping up in the tackling. Hey, the Niners is
Now,
gonna make a break for these
I,
rest of these players.
hey William, I got a question for you, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Now I called this yesterday on the pop-up show, right?
Yep.
K Dub called. Now I'm gonna give you. I got to give my guy K Dub his credit. K Dub
Yep.
said it was gonna take about $8 million because I said we were gonna have to move around some contracts, but
Yep.
I said we were gonna sign him.
Yep.
I said it was gonna happen. You don't spend 2 days in Atlanta like that, and especially when things get quiet. Things get quiet like this. Man, what's going on, Steven? Yeah, this has been a great 48 hours. And if you want to sit back and think about it, you look at everybody that's sitting back shaking their heads right now. We're pretty much the talk of the NFL right now,
Exactly.
ladies and gentlemen. And it's not for 28-3. It's not for losing on a kickoff to Dallas. It's not for Arthur Smith being a bumbling idiot. It's none of that. It's pretty much now we're in a spot to where we can make some things happen. And if you sit back and look at the production of Justin Simmons, he's one of the best in the game. He came off his best year statistically last year.
Yep.
Last year.
Oh, and I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna cut y'all. When he goes to that Denver game, he gonna ball out because I feel like he got some off his chest to get off of the Broncos. Don't get me wrong, Denver Broncos. I understand they was in cap hell. They had to release him to free up the cap space, but I feel like circle that game week 12. I know week 11 before we go to bye week. I might try to go at that game in the Denver area.
Hey man, I got my running mate, my partner in here, Mr. K Dub, Killian Worthy. I just tipped the cap to you because you got that price right. I said we was gonna sign him, but you got that price exactly right yesterday. Because I said, hey, we gonna sign him, and I said we gotta move some stuff around. And you was like, the only way we gonna get him is if we have $8 million to give him.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Those were the exact words.
Yeah. I mean, you can go pull it back up, everybody. I mean, I was dead on it. Just I said no more than 9, but I said I would offer him 8 and say, look, man, this is your opportunity to play next to Bankhead Bates and form that tandem, one of the best tandems since the Legion of Boom, man. So I mean, he took the bait. Like I said, I just wanted to step on here. We're gonna get going. We're gonna get cooking tonight. I don't want to steal my own thunder, so I just wanted to check in before I go to the gym, and I'll be back on listening to subscribers at 8. Crank this thing back up again.
Man, you already done stole your damn thunder already because you put it in the chat and you just said it right here. See, you done stole your thunder.
I mean, this is just for the people that's on right now. They may not tune back in later.
Most definitely.
But I'm super excited. So I seen the Birdcage was on, and I said I'll pop my head in and give my 2 cents before the main course tonight when we really get into it and delve into it deep. You know what I'm saying?
Man, all I'm saying is this. We're pretty much giving up. How would we say it? We pretty much giving appetizers right now. I said hard hors d'oeuvres. I said this is what we doing. We giving up hard hors d'oeuvres. Hey, William, you got to turn your camera on, man, if you can, because that's the rule in the house. You got
but
that's our rule
I'm at
now.
work, so why they keep doing that?
All right. Well, when you get your camera right, we'll bring you back on. I see you in the back, sports analysis. You got to turn that camera on. William had it on at first, but he was having some issues. So I'm gonna bring you on, but you got to turn your camera on for us so we can see you. Just a house rule, family.
Yeah. You gotta have your camera on.
Hey, what's good? What's good, fellas? If that's your rule, I have to hit you back when I get parked. I got my own semi truck, so I'll be driving. So the phone sits at a certain spot. It's not going to get me even if the camera's on or not. So I respect the rules and all that.
You know what?
It's all good.
I'm gonna do you one solid. I don't do this for everybody like this. This is your first time coming in here, dog. So, and you're driving a semi. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't come in here thinking that I'm just gonna do that. I'm just giving him a pass right now because this is his first time on here. But next time we get you on here, we gotta have that face show, family. But what you got for us, bro?
Yeah. It's all respect, bro. I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah, I was about to give y'all something to laugh about. Y'all know how Westbrook always go around trying to buy all his teammates all these rings and these watches or whatever he does. Man, hey, you know the next check is gonna be cut, right? Hey, AJ Terrell finna be cut. Both of their safeties a big fat ass set, bro.
Hey, say today.
Hey, AJ Terrell's over there licking his chops right now. You know that's what he did at Clemson. He liked to sit down on the wraps, right? You know, if y'all don't know, I'm from Atlanta. That shirt, I don't know if you can see the shirt and hat, but it's Atlanta shirt, Falcons hat, I believe. I got on, or it might be a Hawks. Anyway, I'm from Atlanta, so you know I'm always Georgia everything. But yeah, I watch AJ Terrell a lot at Clemson. That's the only thing he's missing to be one of the top 3 corners in the league, bro. He likes sitting down on them down routes, and he just couldn't do that, especially if Bates was on the other side of the field. So man, he's finna break some bread off of these safeties, man.
He ain't got no choice. He finally got some help.
We've been
sitting here pissed off because of what's been going on the past couple of years. Now he finally got a little help.
Hey,
I'm sorry, not a little help. Doubt. He got a lot of help.
It's like your boy said over there. Matter of fact, let me say this first. I just saw the show yesterday, and normally I'm the one spitting all the inside in my opinion, but the reason I like your show, the reason I subscribed and turned the notice on for you is I saw when you came on for Judon. A lot of people don't know about Judon, and your energy, your passion, like I'm like, yeah, I can rock with this guy, you know. So I first want to give you a shout out for that. Because a lot of these shows are boring as fuck, man. Like I ain't trying to cuss on your show too much, but I speak real passionate. I bring a ton of energy. I bring a ton of passion. When I speak anything, right? You know, whether it's the Hawks, Bulldogs, Falcons, no matter what. That you kind of reminded me of myself yesterday. I'm like, I like the show. You know, I give him a follow. I want to turn the notice on because I watch Lock On Sports, but they ain't too much energy on there. Like you listen to Aaron Freeman speaking, I ain't throwing no shade on nobody, but you just bring passion, like you put into your show what you want to get out of your show, in my opinion. And some of these shows are boring as hell, but yeah, I like your Judon show, man, and like I said, I appreciate you letting me on. But man, these two editions right here, like and I think I agree with what you said last night. It was you or the other homie that's on the screen now. One of y'all believe the Falcons gonna be a top 10 offense, and I firmly believe that. And this is why, because Kirk loves right.
He's in the portal. How do you get rid of football? You get rid of football. You're in the portal, family. You sound a little distorted right now.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, we just gonna wait.
Yeah. I'm in the mountains and stuff. Yeah.
All right, we hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, you better.
Oh, okay.
Look who we got else on the screen. I
apologize. I mean,
you good? Go ahead, bro. Keep cooking.
Yeah. So the thing about Kirk Cousins, what a lot of people don't realize is like, let's get rid of football. Well, to get rid of football, like I was saying, you got to have people that can beat off, right? We got three of them that's gonna do that. Bijan, Pitts, and Drake, they're gonna feast off Kirk because Kirk loves getting dropped back, hitting his back foot, and get rid of football. Kirk don't like to get hit. He's like Matt Ryan, he's like Tom Brady. They don't like to get hit, right? They like just to go down, take the sack, get back up, and throw a touchdown the next play. That's what they like to do. Man, Kirk is about to have a field day with the offense because all three of those guys gonna beat their man off the jump. And he ain't never had three guys gonna do that. He might have had two. You might have one, but you got three guys that's going to have a mismatch as soon as the damn snap is snapped. Man, Kirk and that offense is about to eat motherfuckers alive, man.
Damn. That's a beautiful thing. Like, when you look at it now, it's just, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to save that for later. I'll put it to you like this. For the first 5 to 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks of the season, The offense is going to start. The offense is going to really be relying heavy on the run while Kirk's getting that timing down with those receivers. The defense is going to be the main thing that's going to carry us and that's going to win ball games for us while Kirk and these receivers are getting their timing down. Because once that passing game starts clicking, the running game is already there. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to break it. But with Kirk Cousins being able to do his thing, sit back there and pick people apart, you keep people off his feet. Hey, Kirk moves around in that pocket, and he definitely has good pocket awareness, and he does not turn the football over like a lot of guys do, even if they're a little shook. So now it's just about getting that timing down with his receivers, him being able to trust this wide receiver core, including the tight end room as well, and also Zach Robinson being able to trust his offense to be able to execute his game plans. So it's going to be a lot of trust all the way around. All the way around, man. So here's the thing. We normally don't do pop-up shows every day. Just happen to do it because of the signings that we had. Yeah. And we wanted to be the first. And look, we was going to be the first to jump on it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And here's the thing. Fortunately, at the time that it happened, I wasn't at the JOB because I sat in the car and actually would have been sitting in the car doing this. But I'm at the crib, so it's a beautiful thing to be able to do this and just jump on with the fans and just be able to share this great news because we coming. Say what you want, the Falcons are coming.
Oh, yeah. On the lead, though, what time? We talking the lead right
Hey, y'all, you better let Big Man go, man. He look like he bigger than Greatest Jet, man. He might break out next. We gonna get to talk real soon.
Hey, now look, we done had to break out the lemon pepper wings and look who done came in here.
What up, man?
Cam, what you got, man? Because you sound like you breaking up over there, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna. I just got out of jail, brother. So that was pretty funny. But nah, just for the fans out there who have been talking down on Terry Fontenot, what you got to say now? What you gotta say now? What you gotta say now? Because here's the thing. This man has been swinging for the fences, and because we don't have the cash on hand like other teams do, he doesn't get to close all the opportunities that he's found. But here we are, within a 48-hour period, he done brought in Matthew Judon and he done brought in Southside Simmons. I like that more.
No.
I like Southside way more.
His name is not Southside Simmons.
I'm going with Southside. Going with Southside. I like it
but
more.
I already coined it. Hold on. I coined him SWAT Dog Simmons, bro.
Hey, so
I gotta give my
SDS. We're gonna call it SDS.
Hey man, we done gave the East Side love. We done gave the goddamn Bankhead love. Damn it, y'all finna give my side of town some love. Hey, y'all finna give the SWAT some love today, baby. This is what we doing.
I'm from the South Side.
I'm saying it with my chest right now, dog. Y'all finna give the SWAT some love.
No, but honestly, it's nothing else that anybody else can say about this team, man. Terry has done it again. The man found a recipe, and he done went to work. He done got us our quarterback for the future, Michael Penix. He got us another pass rusher, Matthew Judon, and now he done gave Jesse Bates a running mate that can actually work with him and read off of him. Someone who can actually fit that position. They can grow together. I want to hear nothing else about it. If anybody else got something to say about Terry, you can come see me about it.
Two dope boys in a Cadillac.
Hey, I'm a quote before we let Smitty go. I gotta quote the legendary Ghetto Boys Willie D, as he says on his podcast when he finishes. No more talk. That's all I'm gonna say. And we still got cuts coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Do not remember this. We still have cuts coming up, and you still have players that they're gonna look for when cuts happen. So don't think that just because we've lost Rondell Moore, we got Jakeem Grant that's a little banged up right now. Don't think we're not gonna grab another wide receiver. I'm telling you that now. But I'm gonna pass this plate of lemon pepper wings to the man Smitty. He does see. It's been a long time since you've come up in here, bro. And you done slid up in here when I let these damn chicken wings out, some fresh lemon peppers, and you done slid up in here.
Hey, does he hang out with Lou Williams at Magic City or something?
Hey man, I was eating my
Nah, this the
chicken last night on the show, man. So I'm always on time.
Hey,
But
this the party line set up. On Sports Analyst,
Yeah.
man. We got our
oh
own.
no doubt.
We got our own paradise.
These good players.
Yes, sir. This
Oh,
our
okay.
own
see, I got the
paradise.
poll in
I
the
just want to make
background.
sure he wasn't the reason Lou Williams at Magic City down there. That's all.
Hold
Oh,
on, what
yeah,
you
yeah,
say?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
what you say, Smitty?
You got that poll in the background. I see it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, look.
Hey,
We can't listen. Listen. We keep it PG while the lights up. But as the song used to go from PA, when the sun goes down, it's a whole nother world. Because we get it how we get it, and we do it how we do it. If you're a true ATLian, you know about that. That is a
oh,
true
yeah.
banger
You know
right
about
there.
that.
I took
PA.
it back, baby. Go ahead, Smitty. My bad, dog. I'm
man.
into it, dog.
Hey, like I said on the show last night, you called me a chicken wing dude. I said I'm gonna take Matthew Judon out for his birthday today, man. And the Falcon did it already. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what y'all see, and excuse my French. We're gonna be ass swinging and chicken winging because that's what we finna do. We gonna have some fun tonight.
So now, because you guys were live last night, you called us when we did the pop-up show when we did Judon first.
Right.
You guys were in the chat and y'all were showing us some love. Y'all check out Smitty's Time Machine, A1 Forever
A1,
Sports, and also
yeah.
Mr. Berto as well. My guy,
Berto,
95
man.
North Sports. Boy, we got a ton of folks sliding through here right now.
In the building.
I test in the
Hey,
building
man,
too.
Drop the link backstage
man.
in the chat. I'll follow him up.
Yeah,
All right, I got you, family.
Hey man, we
No
going.
doubt.
Hey, look, we about to make this a mega show or something? How we gonna?
Hey man, look, the way that this thing going right now, I'm just gonna be honest. We might as well go ahead and open up the kitchen and get all the shoe models to come out right now with black and red feathers, baby. Everybody up out in here today. So
shit, I'll be here every day, bro. I like the show. I like the energy already.
Oh yeah,
hey man, we got a ton of interviews as well, just like my guy Smitty down at the bottom, man. We definitely talk football 24/7 when it comes to the Falcons. We also do interviews for other sports legends that have come through here as well too. So it's not just, this is mainly a Falcon show, but our interview process on the perch, it has everybody up in here, man.
Yeah, we done had all kind of athletes come through.
Is it all Georgia? Is it all Georgia everything, or is it just Falcons show? Or is it what is?
Working on a little something for the dogs right now, so stay tuned to that.
All right, for sure.
Yes, sir. So what you got, C Double, man? Welcome to the club.
Man, I swear I was here just yesterday, and now I'm back again. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not even mad. I mean, this is a good, I was like, it'd be good if we could get this. Can we get some Justin Simmons along with the Judah? And then, Lord behold, I'm seeing him in a red and black suit. You sent me a picture. I was like, what's up? And it's like, one of my buddies was like, is this happening, C-Dub? I'm like, it's gotta be. And if it does, watch out.
I got one thing for you, C-Dub.
What's up?
You remember you had your shirt off on Mark podcast. It's time for you to do that right now. It's time
Hell no.
money.
Hey,
leave that on, man. Leave that on, man.
Look,
I just got to the show, man. Leave that on, man.
Hey, man,
hold on. Look, I know I've been working out. I know I've been on the treadmill, but trust me, I ain't taking the shirt off unless the nighttime comes in. I don't want to run off all the viewers. I promise.
He need to go down there with the wings, man. Then.
Hold on. But me and Big Love, look, I was going to get naked for that whole thing, so it was going to be fun.
Hey, Smitty, we said it, when the sun go down, it's a whole nother world, and he definitely proving that right now. Hey, man, shout out to Parental Advisory, Dungeon Family Legends, baby. If you are ATLian, you don't know about PA, go ahead and check out Old School PA, baby, man. That's with the legendary 8-Ball rapping on the cut as well, man. So y'all definitely do your homework, man. All these young bucks don't know about these jokers that held it down, boy, for the longest.
Yeah, man. I'm just telling you, this was the defense. Like, this was what we were talking about, like in a couple of shows over at the Eye Test a while back. What do you want to see the Falcons do? And I was like, we got to address the defense.
Yeah.
And a pass rusher, and then you get Justice. I don't really have a problem now because I'm like, all right, let's go. That's all I want now. I want the season to start.
Y'all know what the secret's going to be?
What's up?
I don't know. I don't know if Cito was done talking. Y'all know what the secret sauce is going to be? Y'all sound like y'all real football heads. So y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. What they just did with Judon, and now you got so basically the secondary is going to be covered at a high rate, right? Now you just what you done. And a lot of people don't know this. Zach Harrison was a 5-star coming into Ohio State, right? They didn't necessarily get the most out of him, but with Judon, Grady back, with Yada in there, and then you got Bate. They finna have Zach Harrison 1-on-1 every single Sunday for the whole entire game. I don't think people understand what kind of mismatch that is.
Remember, Zach Harrison was a featured player at Ohio State, like you said. A lot of people that are, if you're not a true college football head like that, I tell everybody like this. I knew about him a long time ago, even before the Bulldogs played him. That was the most disruptive player in that game. His sack total wasn't there, but he was making Stat the Jet feel uncomfortable that day. And the guy
he was pushing the offensive line around, man.
Exactly.
He kind of reminds me of prime John Abraham. I know that's a big statement, bold statement, but if you look at the features physically, he's like John Abraham and may even be stronger than him.
Tell him your comp.
I'm gonna tell you this here because when we drafted him, I do player comparisons when we draft. I make pictures and everything else for it. I compared him to young Javon Curse coming out. And Smitty will tell you that because when I first got on this show, he looked at me and said, "You really want to compare him to the freak?" I'm like, Smitty, stand those boys next to each other, the same size, same speed, same aggressiveness,
his arm length is long as hell too.
Exactly. So when you talk about this kid coming off the edge or whatnot, you're talking about him showing up in a bad mood, him pretty much showing up with bad intentions, and he has no remorse for anybody. And the last end that we saw that had that type of mindset, unfortunately, he was a Florida Gator, but he showed out for the Eagles and for the Tennessee Titans with Javon Curse, period. The Freak was just a guy that was like that. And if you want to compare somebody to him, because remember, the Freak got lost at Florida because of Kevin Carter. Same situation that happened to this guy. And if you look at it, Kevin Carter got a Super Bowl ring, but you don't hear people talking about Kevin Carter because he was a solid player, but he wasn't a standout like the Freak was. This kid has the potential to do that now. And everybody forgets Grady's going to be playing in position now. He's not going to be out of position. You got Eddie Goldman has not caught a Greyhound bus up out of Atlanta, Georgia, like he's done the last 2 times, ladies and gentlemen. So you have a chance to have a guy that's going to be that zero technique. That could be a problem.
Woo! Grady's going to
Goldman. I forgot we got Goldman, bro. I forgot he came back. I was watching a Falcon podcast the other day. Man, they were saying They say Goldman. He say he ain't look like he was in shape like this in like the last 6 years. They say he looks tremendous.
Man, and the crazy part about it is now he's not eating. He's not at the table eating, and he ain't sitting down. And
I forgot all about him, bro.
I ain't forget. Look, we ain't forget about him.
Woo!
So
that D line is nasty, son.
Grady's going to have a big year, and it's almost like you could tell that Raheem Morris and and Terry. That's what I was hoping, that we were going to actually concentrate and try to get it to where we can get Grady some help. And man, think about what you got now.
Oh, everybody will be unlocked.
They're not going to triple team that man now.
It will be unlocked. You know what I'm saying? Because John is going to carry a double team, so that means other players going to get the heck off.
But you know,
somebody a little salty in the chat right there. Hey, what's going on? Shout out to Timothy Stalbert. It's okay.
Stalbert. Get out of here.
I know who benefit out this the most, and nobody's talking about it. AJ Terrell.
My man Sports Century said that at the beginning right before you jumped on.
Yeah.
Because he said AJ about to start spending some ducats for some wristwatches.
Yeah. You seen him today. Hey, look, pay me the money, baby.
Nah, he right. AJ likes to sit down on them routes. I know. Man, I'm telling you, AJ finna feast on that shit. If you look at his interceptions where he was doing the Clemson, that's exactly what he did, bro. He set on the routes. I'm sure he was supposed to say that.
He's gonna have a good year this year with this secondary.
Now, here's the other thing I'll say. Now we can hope, and I'm saying hope because again, we've been disappointed the past couple of years. Now we want Jerry Gray to be able to help mold AJ into a fundamentally sound corner. Because if you look at the guys that man has coached, from Darrell Reeves to Lawyer Malloy, and so many guys that has played up under this man, Pac-Man Jones, shout out to the West Side Zone. And if you look at it,
Asante Samuel was under him too, wasn't he?
Yep, Asante was up under him for a short period of time too. So when you look at the caliber of corners that he's developed, man, all you can sit back and do is just say, well, damn, this getting ready to get real interesting.
I mean, it's all kind of coaches on their staff, but everyone gets through the players differently. So maybe one of the other coaches, maybe it's Coach Lake that turns them around. So I mean, it could be all kind of coaches.
I'm gonna give you this, bro, because everybody's talking about Jimmy Lake. I feel like Jimmy Lake's gonna be more involved with that linebacking core and that front seven. I think he's gonna allow Jerry Gray to run that secondary, even though Coach Lake is a solid coach. When you got a guy that was a first-round draft pick as an All-American out of Texas and was a hell of a corner during his time in the league, and the caliber of guys that he has produced at that cornerback and that safety spot, hey, you know what? You have that chef say, listen, I'm going to let you go ahead and make your special peach cobbler over here. This is your thing. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to let you cook that. But guess what? I pretty much got the fried chicken, the pot roast, the fried fish, and everything else that come up here, the collard greens. I got this here. You just touch that peach cobbler. I got all the fixings right here. That's pretty much how Jimmy Lake is going to run this defense, bro.
No, I can say
no.
You saw it last year with Ryan Nielsen, so it's the same thing.
I'm just saying, for us, when you trying to get through to different players, because Jerry Gray has already had him. What I'm saying is certain coaches or certain other chefs can teach you different things that you just somebody else might have showed you something, you didn't get it, but somebody else explains it to you, you get it better. I'm just going on.
I agree with you. Listen, I agree with you wholeheartedly with that. But again, we still would, and think about it, we were still loose as a goose with depth because we didn't have that depth last year in the secondary like we have now. And now and think about it, we were solid with a thin secondary. So now that Jerry's got depth, and a lot of people forgotten about one guy that was in the secondary that showed up and showed out by the middle of the season to the end, D. Alford. Do not forget about D. Alford, ladies and gentlemen.
He's going to have a big role in his defense. They like D. Alford.
What's going on, Big Devo? You saying it in your Meek Mill voice? You pray for times like this? What you about to bust out with that? Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all ain't got. Listen. Normally, I'm very controlled and I'm very professional, but today I got a little bit of the. I'm sorry, K Dub. You normally the one with the energy like this. It's the first time that I done really got like this on the show because normally I keep a chill head, man. I truly do. I got a question for you.
Hey, look. Somebody go back to the comment before that, Richie. Go back to the.
Is somebody gonna check on? Hey, somebody make sure Richie got his puke bag. Now you know what the puke bag was. If I got any of my military folks out here that's been underway from Navy and Coast Guard, you know what the puke bag is.
Hey, look.
Somebody get that man a puke bag.
Hold up. Somebody just made a comment saying how they gonna use Richie, man. Richie gonna use like a robot type. I like that.
I mean, it would be smart to put him down in the box or whatnot because if he gets beat on, if he get beat on coverage, you got somebody back there to cover his butt now with Simmons.
But that's what I'm
exactly. You can use him as a spy and a linebacker.
Not get beat and get burnt and get talked about every week. We want him to be.
No. We want it. Here's the thing: we want him to be a solid tackler. We want him to be fundamentally sound because if we can get him to get out of those bad habits that he has, we talk about him all the time. But if Jerry Gray and Jimmy Lake can turn those bad habits into something different, that'll actually help out with the depth on the defense. So I get where you coming from with that, fam. I do. But again, it's just real shaky or whatnot. Just like a prostitute at a Mississippi pimp convention when you get Richard Grant in open field covering somebody or tackling in open field, it get real shaky as a strip at a pimp.
He better not be.
I'm telling you,
he better not be in that position. So he ain't gonna
Just don't do that to us. But I mean, look, he's also going to be around good players now that can actually show him some things that have been there.
There you go.
And I mean, eventually, if your iron ain't sharpening, you will have to discard the iron. So, look, Richie, don't. If you're gonna sulk, then you can hit the road. But trust me, if you're a player and you're all about the team, well, they can find him a role where he can actually play like a blitzing back and stuff. I mean, because this is the league of the NFL where you'll have to have a couple of, we've seen 3 safeties and corners, they get all, very creative with the blitzes somehow. So I don't think he's totally out, but man, if anything, learn. You're going to be around people that can really help you now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, but
Woo!
Hey, look, we can get into it now. We can get all the way into it, but anybody else have any comments? Want to speak about the signing?
Let's see.
Hey, I'm back now, fellas. I had to jump out and check my straps and stuff. Oh, I heard somebody speaking to Richie Grant. Didn't he play a good bit of slot too coming out of college? Like, wasn't he known for being like one of the guys that was, it was arguable that he played slot or something?
Well, here's the thing. It was a lot of politics that kept him on the field at UCF. I know this firsthand. My boy, shout out to my partner, my co-squad brother, and one of my best friends, Curtis Francis, who played at UCF. He's still tight with that booster group or whatnot. But as he told me before, he said it was boosters that kept him on the field because there was a kid by the name of Marquise Bell who was there, who I said we should have drafted a long time ago. He went to FAMU. He left UCF and went to FAMU and started and balled out there. Politics kept Richie Grant on there, and they hyped him up. Now, not saying that he was horrible because he had a solid college career, but not in the manner that he should have with his skill set. If I'm making any sense.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Maybe it was another one of those other safeties that they were trying to play a safety that they said he might be better off at playing slot or something. But I mean, barring injury, he ain't gonna see the field at this point. So I don't think they're gonna trade him though, because I mean, you obviously just lost one safety to injury, so you don't need to trade too much there.
Well, he's not gonna be gone for the whole year. He's only gonna be gone for a good portion, and Helms is gonna come back anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody's two of those cats out for the year.
Nah, that was Trice. Helms is gonna miss a significant amount of time, but he's not out for the year.
Yeah, he probably Helms probably back. I'm guessing about week 7.
I give him week 10. I give him.
Hey, we gotta think about. We haven't started preseason really, so we still got about 2-3 weeks of preseason. So I'm guessing about week 7, week 8.
You parked yet, fam? Hey, Sports, are you parked yet?
Oh no, I got like, what is it? My clock say I got like 5.5 hours of going. I just jumped out to check the straps.
Okay. Well, strap check. Ladies and gentlemen, that's coming into the chat or whatnot. Normally we had, like I said, we got the house rule where you got to have your camera on. The only reason why we got our guy here that doesn't have a camera, he's driving a semi right now. So that's the only reason why we let him in. So if you can't come on with the camera or whatnot, I apologize, but we definitely want you to come in, but you got to have your camera on. Just a little house rule. We just doing this because he's driving right now.
Let me y'all talk about something for me. Let me see if I can rig up something with this phone and sit right. That way you don't have your followers showing.
Nah, that's cool, man. Take your time.
Yeah,
take your time.
Yeah,
be safe out there on the road, bro.
Yeah, we want to keep you safe. That's all that matters.
Yeah, the hell with all that.
I think I can get it show at least my down shoulder or half of my face or something. If I sit it right here, it won't show all of me, but I mean at least it shows the people I'm trying to follow your standard. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't worried about seeing. We just need a headshot. No Diddy pause. We just need you to pretty much show your face on camera. I had to catch that real quick. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
The man said no Diddy.
I had to, bro, because you got some folks. You got some folks in here like, hold on, he ain't saying nothing. He ain't trying to pause off that. No.
Man, somebody really got to be deep off into that stuff to even want to say that stuff in the first place, man.
Hey,
I'm old
man.
school, man. We didn't have to say pause and all that because everybody's understood, man. That shit ain't even worth.
Yeah,
You ain't
yeah.
gonna
But
speak on that.
no, I got you. We got some young followers, so we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta actually kind of vibe with everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, for sure. I
we
don't even know who
gotta
thinks like that, man. Where's your head in your personal life really at if you even got to think like that in the first place? That's
I
always my question.
I give you this. I'll tell you exactly what my brain is at. My brain is right now at Flowery Branch, just loving the fact. I hated the fact that a lot of people couldn't see what was going on with the Falcons because of construction, but that also plays into our advantage. So guess what? We're gonna be guessing just like the NFL because we don't know what's gonna happen now. We don't know what they're gonna be bringing to the table. And Smitty, I want to ask you something because you had that awesome interview last night with Mr. Crockett. The question I got for you is, how does he feel this defense is going to transition this season or whatnot? For the folks who might have not seen their interview, y'all check out Smitty's channel, Smitty Sports Time Machine. Got a great interview with former Falcons linebacker Zach Crockett. I think your mic's muted, bro. We can't hear
Yeah,
you.
Smitty, check your mic.
Hey, how's that, man? Can you see me at least a little bit?
You
Perfectly. We got you.
You
All right,
muted.
go ahead, Smitty.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Perfect. Go ahead, Smitty.
Yeah. He was actually excited about the front seven. He talked about it a little bit, and he said it kind of reminded him of when he was here in Atlanta that Super Bowl season with that stout defensive line that we had. But the Falcons front seven, man, is gonna get significantly better, and nobody's gonna get more out of this than Grady Jarrett, as y'all said earlier, because when you look at it, Judon might line up against Zach Harrison, and it's gonna be hell blocking either one of those guys. He spoke pretty highly of this team, but what I was most excited to hear about the whole interview was his foundation. So when he talked about his foundation and what he does for kids, to me, that was the best part of the interview, and that was actually at the end of the interview. So yeah, he spoke pretty highly of the Falcons.
All right, that's what I want to hear, man. Hey, look, I'm ecstatic about the signing. I just we're gonna come back on at 8. I don't really want to put too much info out there. I want to save my juices for the 8 o'clock comeback on this show. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna stand fast. I enjoy this pop up, because the pop up, really jumps on the topic as soon as it, we strike it while the iron is hot right now with all the fans excited, heading home from work and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, tune in at 8, baby. We going in live.
Yeah, I'm like you, man. We'll be back on in a little while as well. So we ain't gonna spill everything, but trust me, it was a great move. It was needed, and I think it was just a matter of time because I said it last night. People kept talking about, well, Justin Simmons is out. I said no. The way they can maneuver the cap, they can still sign him and still have cap space left over if they push a lot of money towards these signing bonuses and stuff like that. And like y'all said, cut's still coming, so we still got a long way to go.
Oh yeah.
I got to give a shout out to one of our partners or whatnot, one of our country cousins. We got Kool-Aid from We Talk Hawks TV. He said Richard Grant is on boy. But we got a super chat.
There you go, Kool-Aid.
But we got a super chat on yours, Smitty. So go ahead, bro.
Catty Kid, man, thank you for the super chat. Truly appreciate it. $5, man. I can go get me a McDonald's meal right after this. But says I appreciate all the moves that my ATL team has made. I'm fired up. I think Malone, and I'm wondering why they haven't featured him at all. That's an easy answer. He just didn't fit what they tried to do last year. He was small. He a little bit on the small side. So Ryan Nielsen like bigger defensive end, so that's why he really didn't get no playing time last year. But in this 3-4, it may be harder with Judon coming in, harder for him to make the team. But we all know things can change. He balled out on special teams in week 1 of the preseason, so maybe that gets him a little bit more looks on the defensive side of the ball. But that's my answer for that question, man. I thank you for dropping that super chat again.
Smitty, can I, Ron, I got to ask Smitty this because I heard it on a show before. Do you, with the Micah Parsons, how and what do we have to do to get him? If and is it still possible?
Anything is possible. Y'all see that right now. But the reason why I threw that out there, and I'm gonna stick to it, and because y'all know me, when I say something, I mean it. When I look at Michael Parsons, he's still just 25 years old. You would probably have to trade probably 2 firsts, 2 seconds, probably like a Khalil Mack trade when he went from the Raiders to the Bears. Probably somewhere in that neighborhood. But when you get a 25-year-old in his prime, in only 3 years, he has 40 and a half sacks, and you put him on a team that needs that position, it's still a position of need. Even with this move yesterday, it's still a position of need for the future. I don't know what the future holds for Judon in Atlanta, but I know that they probably talked about it to an extent about him working a new deal out when the season is over or right before this season is over. So we'll see how that turns out. But Michael Parsons to this team, I would be like Stan Kroenke and say, fuck those picks. Send them out there. Michael Parsons is a game changer.
Yeah.
Grady Jarrett is
Hold on, Michael Parsons, you on the trade block?
Hey,
Mike kind of want to lead Dallas right now. He kind of tired of Jerry Jones. And
Grady-
CeeDee Lamb is tired of him too.
Grady Jarrett's not going to be here forever.
Nope.
David Onyemata is getting up in age. Jesse Bates is what, 30, 31?
Yeah, you got.
So think about it. That's the key to the future.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not mad at it. I'm like just asking because I'm going.
Hey, and by the time, look, he only plays on a $5.4 million deal this year. If he plays through this deal next year, Grady and Jake Matthews will be off the books, and the salary cap goes up.
Like Roro's actually looking very solid. He definitely had a great
shoulder
in
injury
the preseason game.
Shoulder
really
injury.
Good, man.
Yeah, but he has a shoulder injury right now. But we'll see how that turns out.
I mean, it's not going to be for the year, so that's a good thing.
No. It's week to week. No.
Yeah, that's why I said I'll take week to week guys being banged up like that because we already know what's going to happen. 9 times out of 10, they're going to let him heal up because we got depth. And maybe when he gets comfortable enough, they might put him in a sling or they're going to give him a shot. One of the two.
Right.
And here's the scary part: Bates ain't even 30 yet.
I was wrong. I digress.
Hey,
Bates young, bro. He just mature.
All day back here,
I'm thinking about Simmons. That's
Bates
what
ain't
it is. I'm thinking about Simmons.
Simmons is
He's 30.
But
he'll be 31 in November. Yeah.
Yep, he's in his prime years now, as they would say.
He in prime, so I can see us having a good 3. But I can give a 3-year deal, but we only gave him a 1 year. So
and we already know why we gave him a 1-year deal. That was because of we got to also sign Judon as well. So Terry split that money between them two.
I understand why. We're gonna have to just work it out down, as we go. But we want to, get guys in here. So I understand that.
But depending on how this year turns out, K-Dub, I think if he has a great season here, he'll be here probably the next 2-3 years.
There we go.
And it probably won't even be $8 million a year. He probably signed for 3 years, $20 million. Who knows? With incentives.
Yeah, we got something from Nathan Floyd. He says Onyemata and Ellis both have outs in their contracts to make cap space for next season.
Yep,
so again, the scary part about it is this: the next piece that they probably bring in is going to be an offensive piece. Yeah, Smitty, I'm gonna be bold and I put my stamp on it. I believe it's either going to be an offensive lineman that's going to come in, a big time offensive lineman that's going to come in to protect Cousins' blind side, of course, or it's going to probably be another pass catcher, big time pass catcher.
I think it's going to be Michael Thomas.
Wait a minute. We already wait a minute. We already done stole one from the Saints. So you really believe that that's going to happen?
We going to get Sling Bobby?
Hey,
Michael Thomas is a whole ass baby.
It's just this simple. It's just this simple, fam. It's just this simple though. Terry Fontenot drafted him in New Orleans. It's just that simple. He can probably get him to come over for pennies on the dollar.
Boy,
if you wanted a game changer, you go out and pick up a Trent Williams type of left tackle or something like that. You want a game changer where like the Falcons could just run the ball. Because you got to realize they got 2 running backs and run for 1,000 easy. And the pass rush the pass protection has always been the question mark. Like it's been mediocre, it's been above average sometimes. But they go out and get a solidified man, a monster tackle. I mean, I would even. I know you just signed McGarry, but I would even look at replacing McGarry for. I know Jake's old and stuff, but I would look at replacing McGarry before I would Jake. But that's just me.
But here's the thing. I've caught hell on the show because I said McGarry is just as loose as a West End turnstile for Mata. Just being honest. That's how loose he is. Because again,
yeah, he can run block, man. But that's about all he gonna do.
Blocker, he's amazing as a run blocker. You can't take that away from him because he just beat the hell out of everybody on run blocking. It's pass protection that just has to get better. Now, I'll say this: if that pass protection is better this year, which I'm gonna give a little bit of, I'm gonna give Raheem and his staff a chance because maybe he quit on Arthur Smith. A lot of guys did last year. So who knows?
Yeah.
Well, hell,
that's why I said I can't.
No
as
surprise.
bad as I've been ragging on him, I got to sit back and say, okay, 9 times out of 10, a lot of guys quit on Arthur Smith last year and the year before that. A lot of guys quit on him. So maybe we're going to, let's think about it. Kyle Pitts is laying out for passes now. I'll just say that. Everybody that saw the footage of Kyle diving out for passes, he wasn't doing that with the other quarterback. He was just running routes and just catching. He's diving to catch passes. He's starting to kind of look like that Kyle Pitts. That was at University of Florida.
Yeah, I know. I heard you say
that was hard to say.
Yeah, it does hurt. Yeah, it does hurt to say it. I know.
Hurt. That felt like that was acid reflex coming up for me. Just
any standout wide receiver, tight end will look good if they got a quarterback.
Of course. Think about it. He had Kyle Trask at him, Kadarius Toney, Freddie Swain, and Van Jefferson all had Kyle Trask. Now I don't know why Trask can't beat out what they have in Tampa right now because he's got the physical too. So apparently they camouflaged a lot of his flaws because Baker Mayfield just came in and just stole the job.
That's another wide receiver out there on the market. Kadarius Toney. He fits one of those speed receivers. But that dome up top is just not put together too tight.
Man, the light bulb ain't screwed in all the way. You know that. No, come on.
Exactly.
I say this for the longest. This man up here tell you, I was one of the biggest supporters of Kadarius Toney coming to Atlanta at one point. He'll tell you that. I said, man, we need to bring Kadarius Toney here, and a few people agreed with me. But then when you go to Kansas City and you're having problems, like how do you have problems when you have one of the best coaches in the game right now? You got the best quarterback in the game, hands down. But I'll go ahead and say it. Once Kirk Cousins is gone, I want Kirk to do well, but I believe we're going to have the best quarterback in the game with Michael Penix Jr.
Hey, I will be back. I will be back on the 8 o'clock show.
Don't worry. We getting ready to shut this down in about 10 minutes. So you go ahead and slide. I got you, bro.
Okay.
Ryan.
8 o'clock show coming on tonight.
Come back at 8, everybody. For sure.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ryan, real quick, you just said something, so now I got to ask.
What's up?
Because you brought up the tackle or a pass catcher.
Okay.
Are we looking maybe to get a tackle? Because, yes, if we get a guy that's going to be, if Penix is who we think he is, I still shudder to think of McGarity blocking that man's blind side.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm like, that's why I'm like, so
see, Doug, this is last year, so you won't have to worry about that for long.
Amen. Thank God. But anyway, that's where I'm looking at. It's like, so if you're talking about getting somebody that can play either right tackle or we move Jake over at right, I'm with it. It's just because that is kind of the thing that no one has really talked about was, well, God forbid, if Kirk goes down and we put Penix in, how reliable is McGarity to block that blind side?
Hell no. I'm still pissed off we didn't draft Panay Sewell, man. That was the dumbest shit in Falcons history right there, man. That was just completely idiotic. That was the most surefire offensive lineman coming out of college I'm 47 years old, man. If Panay Sewell is the surest draft pick coming out of college on the offensive line you possibly could remember. I mean, that shit was.
I'm gonna go into. I'll say this here. If you go into the backyard, we got our backyard. Now we see Even though Zion Logue was a low round pick or whatnot, I believe he's going to be a guy. If he gets everything straight, he's going to be a good depth piece, and maybe he can learn and then get into a role where he can get more playing time. But I'll give you this: you got two guys that might come out after their junior year at the University of Georgia right now.
Mm.
You got Xavier Truss, and
Yep.
then you
Yep.
got Dylan Fairchild and Michael Morris. So if you're going to start over, go get one of those young bucks that you can get for the low, because again, everybody's not going first round. They're in your backyard. If you look
Mhm.
at it, pass protection, they're elite. Run blocking, they're nasty. Now, I'm not saying I'm like this. I'm about drafting the best player available. Period.
Yeah.
Period. I'm just saying we need to start looking in our backyard. And another thing that I always say, there's a ton of HBCU kids out here that I always advocate for on this show. And
Hey, I
again,
saw your boy Storm Duck with the Dolphins, man. He played pretty good.
told you.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
told you Storm Duck was a monster coming out of their secondary for Morgan State. I told you. And again, when you look at it, it's competitive on that level. People want to say, oh, it's not. No, it's competitive. They got dogs on that level. They got 300 pounders on that level. They can move from level to level. Because right now, the New Orleans Saints, one of their starting tackles, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Just saying.
Mhm.
You
So
the historian.
again,
I ain't
and
gotta
he
tell you,
started.
bro.
Where did that Michigan center that just got drafted in the high up? I think might have been in the first 2 rounds. He played in Michigan, a left-handed kid, black kid, left-handed center. He's a bad. That's something as bad as hell, man.
I can't
He
think.
he
I
came he
can't
came he
remember right
came from a
offhand.
junior college.
Yeah, I can't
The
remember
hell
right offhand.
he was left-handed. He's
Yeah,
left-handed.
I know
He
you're
came
talking
from like a
about.
junior college or some shit like that.
But let's be real though. It's like I'm gonna give you this here. I've been saying this and advocating for the longest. You got Odu Hilaire. Everybody calls him OJ because they can't pronounce Odu. It's Haitian. Stop passe to all my Zols out there. By the way, I got a little Haitian in my blood, so I ain't gonna spit a little too much. But you got Odu Hilaire, showed out at Alabama A&M. He was a part of that team that torched Deion Sanders' team his first year out there, and the kid had over 250. Goes to
Mm.
Boiling Green and shows out and is an All-American during the time he's there. Comes to us as an undrafted free agent. Last week, we could have won that ball game against the Dolphins when he had that wide open route in the back of the end zone, and our backup quarterback Rook threw it way behind. Had the game won. Then when we ran an out route with him, if Penix would have still been in the ball game, I understood why they took him out. Penix would have put it right on him in the corner because his feet was in. That was an easy 6. So and then you got to remember he set us up to get into the red zone with that play that he caught, and he just pretty much did all the work himself to get us into the red zone. So again, it's a beautiful thing when you look at these guys giving guys from smaller schools a chance. And I'm not talking, and I'm talking about guys from the IAA or the SWAC or anywhere else you think of outside of the major power conference, because there are a lot of diamonds in it.
Before you get out of here, Ryan,
What's
you
up?
the historian. They call you that for a reason.
What you need?
Get these people, take these people to school a little bit and get them some names out of the 60s and 70s. They came out of HBCU schools. Just give
I'll
them
give you.
about 5 on 'em. Just give them
I'll
about
give
5.
you. I'll give you the first name. I'm gonna tell you this here: Hall of Fame defensive end Claude Humphrey out of Tennessee State University. Let's go. Let's go back to it. You got Ken Reeves out of Norfolk State, who's one of the best safeties that we've had. You got Alfred Jenkins out of Morris Brown, right
Yep.
up the street from Fulton County Stadium back in the day. One of our best receivers that came in the World Football League. Then let's see, who else did we have that came out of a small black college that came here and showed out? Because I've given you 3 on the top of my dome. On the top of my dome, I'm a little short with the last 2 right now. But again, it's so many that have come out and so many that have come through our organization. It's
Small,
ridiculous.
small college period. You look at Brent Grimes from Shippensburg. That's
Yeah,
another one.
I got
So
another one for you. Let's go. He only played a few years. He only played a small time for us, but go back to Brian Jordan out of Richmond University. We got him
right.
from Buffalo. So he came out of a small school. Then I mean, the
But
list
if you
goes
speak in
on.
small school, you can just speak on Randy Moss. If you just talking small school,
West Virginia, but that's still considered a power institution, even though it was a small school. We're talking about like historically black colleges or schools that people
Small
don't
school.
know about, small schools
Right.
that we've got in town. I give you another one. He was a solid running back for us, a man and he's Bobby Butler's cousin, by the way, the legendary cornerback Bobby Butler, a man by the name, the man by the name of James Cannonball Butler. That was his cousin. He came out of Edward Waters College out of Jacksonville, Florida. So that's number 4 for you right there. So, and then, damn it, I just had his name on the tip of my tongue.
That history lesson always a bitch, ain't it?
It's always a bitch when you're trying to get that last one.
Deion Sanders about to give you a few of them.
Well, here's the thing. We haven't grabbed any of them because I said it was a kid by the name of Jeremy Musa, who honestly should have been taken as an undrafted free agent for our room compared to what we have with Taylor Heineke. He came out of FAMU and was definitely nice. And then Darius Rickard out of North Carolina Central. He'd have been nice coming into that room learning because we need a quality backup. John Paddock is on the practice squad. He got cut, but he's on the practice squad. So it's a ton. No, so Kool-Aid and Alan Visonius, we're talking about guys that have played for the Falcons that were coming out of HBCU.
Antonio Hammer, South Carolina State. Yeah,
he did. I remember him too. He was nice. But again, when you look at it, there are a ton of those guys that come out of those schools. When they got their opportunity, they shine. Hell, it's a guy from our city that didn't play for us that is an NFL Hall of Famer that's from out east. Got a shout out to Mr. Richard Dent, who came out of Tennessee State as well.
Right.
And was a Super Bowl MVP. So again, it's not about where guys.
I don't know how they missed out on that. That still baffles me to this day.
And Nashville ain't nothing but a few hours up the road.
Right. Yeah, Richard Dent was a dog.
But here's my thing. And I'm gonna say this, and then we can wrap this up because we got to do a show later tonight. Smitty, you're more than welcome to come back through tonight. So Storm Norton, as I would say, needs to be starting over Caleb McGarry. Only reason they're starting McGarry is because of that money. But Storm Norton is the guy. If you notice, when Ritter had his 300-yard game, or when he had over $150, he wasn't throwing picks. Norton was the one protecting his blind side.
Yep.
So again, there's so many things that we're gonna get into tonight. We're gonna talk more about the signings that we've had, but we're also gonna look into the Baltimore Ravens matchup with the Atlanta Falcons this weekend for Saturday, pretty much high noon, as we would say, which is a horrible time to play a football game. But hey, it's preseason. What can you do? So I want to.
Have they said who's playing and who's not playing yet?
Yeah, they dropped it. They dropped the roster already. They've already dropped the roster, but you already know the starters aren't playing. So Penix is gonna get his second.
They sent them out again.
Yep. You know what, Nathan? I'll do you one solid real quick. You just mentioned Steve McNair, and that was a guy that I've talked about many times on this show, and I think that he's one of the best to ever do it. I'll show it next time. But since you mentioned Alcorn State, and I'm talking HBCU, he didn't play for us, but he played for the school that I love and the school I was supposed to play for, Mr. Aeneas Williams, Southern University. So,
no doubt.
And was a true dog at that cornerback spot, a true dog. So, and Mr. Mel Blunt came out of Southern University too. Man who had the rule named after.
60s and 70s was all about HBCUs.
Yes,
when
sir.
the mid-80s came, it just fell off.
No, it was still some guys coming out of HBCUs, but
I'm saying the height of it was in the 60s and 70s.
And mid-80s. That was when it started to fall off. But
right.
I want to thank you guys for coming in here and literally just chopping it up about this roster move. I'm about to do like my partner K-Dub. Got to hit the gym for a little bit before I get to this show tonight. Smitty, you already know you got the invitation. See,
no doubt.
When we open it up for the fans tonight, I know you'll be back up in here. And what's your name, my guy at the top? Because it's my first time having you in here, man.
Thomas,
what's going on, man? So, hey, we're gonna be back on,
man.
So we're on.
Yeah, I should be back on at 8.
Yeah, we're on every Thursday at 8. We normally go through our topics, but we also open it up to the fans at a certain time of the show. But we're on every Thursday at 8, and after every football game that the Falcons play, we have a show called either the Party Line or the Benediction. We don't want to see too many benedictions around here.
Yeah. Oh God, there shouldn't be many benedictions.
Hell no, it shouldn't be no benedictions this year. So, want to thank Smitty Smart's Time Machine fans for coming in here and showing the bird.
See, that's hard to pronounce. It's Smitty Sports Machine. You just can't say it 3 times fast.
Smitty Sports Machine. Smitty Sports Machine. Smitty Sports Machine. I just did it.
Of course, Ryan proving you wrong.
You forget I used to talk. You forget I used to talk on the radio. Oh, that was part of my job, also in the service, actually, outside of doing some other stuff that I won't talk about. But I used to talk on the radio, so it was easy for me, and had to speak fast. So, man, we definitely appreciate y'all coming through. We're gonna have Smitty to come through later on tonight. So please, please, please come through because we have a ton of stuff that we're gonna go over outside of the roster moves that we've just made. We've also got some stuff that's going to be talked about tonight concerning the matchup and what the future of this team is going to look like, and a likely friendship that y'all wouldn't think bonded from this team that could play dividends for this team later down the line when it comes to the postseason. So without further ado, my name is Ryan Walker, the historian. Shout out to my guy Smitty, Thomas, C-Dub from the eye test. Hey man, right now it's happy hour. Go ahead, get you a couple of margaritas in your system, nachos and cheese. Tip the bartender and tip the shoe models if they've been over for you. Whoop. You know what? I'm getting started, man. Let me go ahead and get the hell up out of here, man. Thank y'all for coming.
Hey, make sure everybody hit the like button, man. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and stuff.
Bird cage, baby. You either get right or you get left, baby. We out.